Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Forever Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Ferrino. Joined by me is 49 Media, and we'll be joined by my co-host Christian Dyer and also our special guest Bashar, Mr. 49er minded himself. How we doing, Media?
Man, we are feeling great after a 49ers victory. The Niners, getting back on track right
Yes,
before the bye.
sir. Yes, sir. Um, we're happy campers today. Niners did great. Um, it was a rough start in the beginning, but at the end they got it done. And I gotta say, Christian McCaffrey is the MVP for today's game for sure.
Oh man, Christian McCaffrey was outstanding. He got the triple crown. He passed for a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown and he received a touchdown. I mean, he was just
Yes,
outstanding. CMC showed why we went out there and traded all those picks for him, and man, he
yep,
he was just so fun to watch.
yes, sir. Hey, welcome, Christian. How we doing, man? How you feeling after today's game? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Thanks,
Just
Izzy.
my thing wasn't down. That's why.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I'm glad we won.
Hmm.
Um, but I want to see how we come back out of the
The
bye
bye.
week,
Yeah.
how that goes. Um, I want to. I just kind of want to see where we go from here. I mean, it's nice because Christian McCaffrey freaking makes this offense a lot more explosive. And we picked it up definitely in the second half. So I'd say the biggest thing take for me is we scored points in the second half.
That's true.
That was the difference. Like we actually came out and played a good second half.
Yeah. We scored
So
21 points in the second half.
yeah. What's up, Melissa?
So Melissa,
Yeah, that was nice. Jimmy looked pretty good. He didn't turn the ball over, even though he got lucky twice, but I'll
Yep.
take it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my question to you guys.
mm-hmm.
So let's get your thoughts on the first half. Uh they came out pretty rough. I mean, besides the defense first drive of stopping the Rams, the defense didn't look too good. Um Offense looked kind of chippy as well. But I mean, what do you think changed going into halftime and had them really erupt in the second half?
Well, pass rush for one was starting to do better in the second half, so it was making it harder on the Rams to do anything. And the coverage was getting better in the back end, which was nice, and I think a little helping the pass rush a little bit. And then offense, things were just working, I guess. Jimmy was making good decisions. He was throwing the ball well. A couple of holes that we did have, McCaffrey was making things happen. So everything just went right in the second half. It just seems like.
Yeah, I think also in the second half, like we had players kind of putting the team on the back, especially on I'd say offense. Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk,
Yeah.
as well. I believe this is his third game where he's almost had 100 receiving yards, so that's really good, to see. And he's had, a few touchdowns as well. So Brandon Ayuk's been looking really good, and I just think that, the Niners started off kind of slow in the first half, but I guess the locker room realized it, and CMC gives the team a little bit of a bolt of energy. And then defensive wise, yeah, they finally got some pressure. Um, I did think that the offensive line looked a little shaky today. They did give up 3 sacks to the Rams, but that's Aaron Donald for you. Um, but other than that, I mean, hey, one guy I'm gonna give credit to real quick, Jimmy Garoppolo, because man, he threw some dimes. Not gonna lie, he did throw some dimes. I mean, he had this Christian McCaffrey, passing
That was
touchdown.
beautiful.
Then
That was
Kittle,
beautiful.
yeah, then the Kittle, that was just sweet
That
victory
Kittle,
right
that
there.
yeah, that Kittle touchdown was really nice, right into the backfield, and
Yep.
Kittle went up for it and brought it down for a touchdown. Even the one to CMC, that was
Hmm.
beautiful as well.
And he
Um,
didn't miss a wide open Ross Dwelly.
yeah, it was still short,
That play
but I'd
was
still give
huge.
it to him.
That play was huge.
It was for sure. It was.
No.
And I think let me ask you guys this: do you guys think this is Jimmy Garoppolo's best performance in a really long time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
only questionable throw I really saw from him today was the one that Jalen Ramsey should have had an interception on.
it was twice.
Well, the second one's not really. That's not really his fault. Like
Yeah.
Ramsey was blitzing and made a good play.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
it's not like he didn't
That's true.
pick him up. He was supposed to be blitzing, and he just made a
Yeah.
good play on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So I mean, let's talk about Christian McCaffrey real quick. The guy had three different kinds of touchdowns. He went for a hat trick. He's the first 49ers running back to do this, I believe. I
Yep.
think
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what
the
the
only
news
other
said. Yeah.
two are Walter Payton and Daniel Tomlinson.
Yeah. I mean, how much of an impact do you think Christian's gonna have throughout the whole season after the way he looked today?
I mean, he should have a high impact, especially like when getting hopefully even more when Debo comes back. Because he only played one game with Debo, and that game, he was limited. In this game, he was not really that limited. He played most of the game. So to
Yeah.
kind of get a chance to see him and Debo on the field at the same time, like full and ready to go, will be interesting to see how dynamic this offense is. If it can be dynamic throughout the rest of the season, we can probably make the playoffs.
Yeah.
He definitely adds an explosiveness to this offense. But the biggest thing he adds is even when he's not involved in the play, he takes so much focus that it leaves other guys open. Like that big play to Kittle was because guys were focusing on McCaffrey, and it left Kittle wide open. So there should be um, plenty of opportunities to have guys wide open because they're so focused on McCaffrey. So um, I'm hoping it continues to have a big impact. It'll be nice to have Mitchell back too. Um, just having both of them at running back is going to be great. So I'm hoping that we can get this fucking offense moving with this bye week and let these guys get healthy, and the defense can come back even more healthy. Hopefully, we'll get Aziz back, get Greenlaw back, maybe get Armstead back. Uh, but yeah, I think there's a possibility that we can even see even more of an impact from McCaffrey, but remains to be seen.
Yeah, I personally think missing Greenlaw today had a huge impact on the defense. I felt like it really showed because you saw Oren Burks pretty much get cooked. I
Dude,
understand
but
it's
they put Oren Burks on fucking
Cooper.
on Cooper Cup. Like the fuck?
Yeah, like I did not like that, but yeah. Also, one thing I was telling Brandon before this was we had no injuries today.
I know. That's good.
Finally,
We're gonna
finally.
hopefully come out really healthy out of the bye week.
Yeah.
This is a perfect time for our bye week.
Yeah.
Then we got the struggling Chargers at home. So
Yeah. But I think Christian McCaffrey, like with when Debo comes back, it's just gonna open it up even more because everybody was so focused on McCaffrey afterwards, and that's why you had Kittle open, you had Brandon Ayuk there too, and so I think that when Debo Samuel comes back, it's just gonna make it harder for defenses because Christian McCaffrey is basically a wide back too. So it's
Yeah.
like who do
yeah,
you focus on? It's gonna be so
Exactly.
yeah,
tough. So I'm really excited because Christian McCaffrey, had the whole playbook now. He's not gonna be limited at all. So
Yep.
it's gonna be
this
awesome.
this win definitely shapes the rest of the season. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
this win was really important.
Yeah,
If
This
we
was
lose, it's completely different. But the fact that we won, it
yeah,
definitely
3-0 in the division.
yep.
makes things a lot
Hey,
much better.
so everybody, let's welcome Marshmallow.
Should I one up him and get a better marshmallow mask right now?
Oh shit! Don't
Do
do
it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do
Hold on one sec.
that.
it.
What up? What up? I just got back from DJing a huge rave at Ibiza. A crowd of 1 million people was rocking the house. It was off the chain.
Oh,
Shout out to
Joey.
my marshmallow fans out there.
All right, Marshmallow. What did you think about today's game?
Oh, it was awesome. Well, it was very stressful in the first half because it was very similar to what we saw in the past weeks. Of our losses and
Oh shit!
yeah, all the
Oh,
stupid penalties and
he really did one up.
that's my little brother right there. So
That's your little brother. Oh
but
damn!
when we were trailing at the half, I was really worried because we never come back from those deficits usually in the second half, and we did a really nice job in the second half. I can't complain, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true. What did you think about Jimmy Garoppolo, and do you think that this was one of his best performance in a really long time?
In terms of a second half performance, I'd say it was his best second half performance all year from what I've seen. To be honest with you, somebody can I didn't really read his stat line or focus on the stats, but just watching from the eyeball test, he did some good things in the second half. So
Yeah,
can't really complain. I just wish that he would notice the pass rush a bit more. He tends to not notice such things, and he takes big sacks, and he doesn't throw the ball away or doesn't throw the check down when he needs to. But other than that, I can't complain. And obviously, we love what we saw from Christian McCaffrey. So.
yes, for sure, for sure, for sure. So I mean, let's talk about the defense a little bit. We saw that they were struggling in the first half. Um, did you guys think like, oh, we're not gonna be winning this matchup? At first, or like, what were your guys' thoughts? Media, go first.
Yeah, I was pretty concerned at the beginning because I was like, we're getting beaten by screens. That's literally all the Rams were doing. They weren't even going downfield, and then they started doing that, and just like the coverage wasn't there. That there was no pressure. Like it started feeling a little bit about the Chiefs game, and then the 49ers Achilles heel continues with just penalties after penalties after penalties. Like you had a shot to only have them get a field goal, and instead you shoot yourselves in the foot and end up, giving them another opportunity, and then they end up scoring on that drive. They played great coverage though on that Stafford, touchdown. It's just Stafford made a better play and ran it in. Like I don't think the Niners could have done anything better on that play, but we definitely saw the bad side of the Niners, the Niners we have been seeing this season, just because we saw so many penalties and just the defense getting toasted. But if you look at Cooper Kupp's stat line, it might have seemed like he had a lot. It was really 8 receptions for 79 yards and a touchdown. Like, really, that's actually not even that bad.
I think he only had one reception in the second half, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Or was it 2? I mean, I know the second half he was very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also too is like we got to talk about that. This is the first time the Niners have looked like really good in the second half as well.
Yeah.
You know, Christian, go ahead and what was your thoughts on the defense in the first half?
It looked like they were playing uninspired. Looked lazy. Just weren't trying. It seemed like at times. It's kind of frustrating because like they weren't playing good, and then I was getting annoyed because I like just see him sitting there on the sideline. I'm like, where the fuck is somebody like getting them hype, like getting them up for this game? They're all just sitting there like But they came out in the second half and fucking fucked shit up, so that was nice. But yeah, I just thought they looked, just uninspired to start the game. And then the second half, they looked like the defense that we've known the first half of the season to be the number one defense. I think the injuries do play a big part. in that because I don't think our pass rush has been as good as it was to start the season, and I think that's hurting the defense in general. But we started getting more pressure in the second half, and it kind of made a big difference.
Yeah, I feel like that Emmanuel Mosley injury too was also affecting them as well, pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think that's
Yeah, I
also
saw a stat like over the week, like I think earlier this week, where it was without Emmanuel Mosley, like so far, the 49ers were 0-2, and they were letting up, I think it was like 140 passer rating or something, and it's like,
yeah.
Just want to say something. Marshmallow had to go. He had to catch a flight to Dubai. He's got a big, huge concert over there. So
You mean
back in my
Marshmallow
normal-
Jr.? Marshmallow Jr.
Okay,
Gonna
Bashar,
make some
your
spoilers.
thoughts on the defense first half?
First half, I mean, we weren't getting to the quarterback. That was the biggest thing that was bothering me. It was I did not like that at all. And obviously in the second half we did fix that, thank God. Bosa started becoming the Bosa that we all know, and little by little Drake Jackson was getting in there. And we were pretty aggressive with the blitzes. If you saw Fred Warner blitzing in a lot, it was pretty common in the second half, and every now and then Hufanga would blitz. But yeah, the first half, the biggest thing that bothered me was just the lack of the pass rush, but it's good that we fixed it. And obviously there was a lot of penalties on the DBs. I was really worried about that in general in the first. And some of them were questionable though.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and I feel like too, like those penalties were kind of stacking up a little bit too as well. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, here we go again with the penalties. Especially that one when they were in the red zone. And I think it was Ambry Thomas that was holding.
yeah.
And I was just like, fuck, dude. That's the only reason why they scored that second touchdown, honestly. Because they shot their own selves in the foot. But what do you think lit a fire underneath the defense ass in the second half? Do you think it was the offense scoring or what?
I think
Um,
they finally made adjustments. Like it looked like Kyle made adjustments. Looked like the defense made adjustments. It looked like we actually came out and made adjustments and changed some things up. Like it looked like we had some decent coaching during halftime and came out and fucking implemented that good coaching on the field.
Bashar, go ahead.
It helps that we are completing drives. There were points and times in the game, especially early on in the game, where we'd cross the 50-yard line and then next thing you know we're fucking punting. That's been the most annoying thing about this team throughout the early part of the season. It's just that we're not finishing drives the proper way. And to me, field goals aren't going to do much against certain teams. And we were doing a lot of field goals, obviously. So the fact that we had, like Christian was saying, extended drives, longer drives where we're actually scoring touchdowns to help keep the defense off the field. So,
the red zone is our biggest thing is when it comes to field goals. We haven't been as good in the red zone. Like if we're scoring like right outside the red zone, it's good. But like lately, the red zone play calling or whatever it might be has not been very good. But we were able to get some touchdowns instead of field goals today. So
sickness
made the difference. We actually played a little bit better in the red zone today than we have.
Yeah.
Other than that second drive, I think it was, we just kicked a field goal. But we did a lot better in the red zone this time. So that was really the big difference in the game is how much better we were in the red zone compared to the last 2 weeks.
And over here to Christian, I want to ask you, is it safe to say that Christian McCaffrey is now your favorite player in the 49ers since you guys share the same first name?
He's my wife's favorite.
Are you contemplating getting his jersey or what?
I've thought about it. They're expensive, so
they are expensive.
Try to get one. I consider getting his. Yeah, I really like it.
Well, you can always get a knockoff.
Debo's still my favorite player. I was a Debo fan when he was a rookie, so Debo's still my favorite. But I'd really like fucking McCaffrey, dude. He's awesome, and I already have a Debo jersey, so I can get a McCaffrey jersey.
It looks like we have 2 Rams killers now because obviously Debo.
3.
Who's the third one?
Daniel Brunskill.
Oh, Russell didn't play too much, did he? Did they alternate him at all?
They did a little bit. They
He's
did a
quiet.
little bit, but not
Yeah.
as much.
They did it a lot more last time. I noticed.
But like we beat the Rams without fucking their daddy on the field today. No fucking
Because-
Debo, dude. Daddy
Yeah.
Debo was fucking
Hey,
in
it was
street clothes today.
CMC that became their coat
That's-
daddy.
Okay,
know,
the
dude.
Well,
one
he put
thing-
up he put up a lot of yards against them on the Carolina Panthers
yeah.
this year, like 150 combined yards. I'm not sure how many touches he had total, but our first game with him, he had 10 touches, and I know the game he had the most touches this season was 21. So, but every time he was involved in the play, he looked electric. It was really nice to
Yeah.
see.
I don't know what it is about us beating the Rams in the regular season, but
It's just so weird. A
If we could only
switch just
take that
turns
NFC
on.
Championship game back.
Right?
I know.
It's just like a switch just turns on every time we play the Rams. For
I mean,
some
we
reason.
hadn't beaten the NFC Championship game and just made some
Yeah, but I mean, in the
bit-
regular season,
bit ourselves, shot ourselves in the foot at times. Like they didn't do anything different in that NFC Championship game than they do in these other games that we
Yeah.
beat them. We just
Yeah.
didn't execute at times in that game to win
Hey,
it.
yeah, was it? Beto
Hey,
said,
wait,
I love
wait.
when Kyle went to shake Sean's hand and he asked him, "Who's your daddy?"
Did he really?
No, he didn't.
No.
Where's
He
Joey
should.
at? If we have Joey in the
He-
comment
He's
section.
trying to pull a Joey right now.
He should.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
I wanted to say
Hey,
what's up to a couple of people in the chat. Real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Okay, some people that hopped in that I recognize. We got Kenny, and where's Kenny at? Kenny, he's a big CMC fan, big running back fan in general. Says CMC definitely makes his team better. I'm not sure if he said what's up to somebody. That's No Border Sports. That's Ryan, my my cohort from the NWO podcast. He said C-Mac is a Mac. We got Melissa. We got 49er Throwback. Who else was here? I saw some other names pop up. Where's he at? All right, down there says, what's up to Marshmallow? Yeah, Marshmallow had to take off, had to catch a flight. He had to do what he had to do. United, same old sorry ass slams and Raiders, laughter. And there was one guy, and where's he at? It was a really good buddy of mine. If I can find him, here he is. Nighthawk, he be a legend in these YouTube streets, says, hello, everyone, go Niners. That's about it. And Damian Lee, as always. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I think, actually, I want to point out too is Izzy also made a point to point out Dre Greenlaw is also another killer when we play against the Rams
That's
as well.
true.
Even though he wasn't there today,
Yeah.
which kind of sucked. But I was kind of worried on how it was going to be without Dre out there. But I do have to say, Fred Warner stepped up today. Like big time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially in the second half, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he
was
had the
le-
sack. He was playing good coverage.
And he had to step up because Greenlaw and Aziz were both completely out of the lineup. So
Yep.
he had to be the leader and step up in that department.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
And thank God that C Ward looked more like his old self today.
No.
I don't know what happened in that Chiefs game.
Yeah, like we talked about last week on the show, is I just think Mooney Ward was just rushed back too fast,
Yeah.
and that's why he didn't look that good.
Even
But-
Trent Williams looked better today.
Yeah.
He was
Except for
rushed
that
too.
false start.
Yeah,
he
except
did
for
have
the
that.
false start.
Yeah, except for the false start.
I mean, Ward, I think a lot of it was he wanted to play against Mahomes. He wanted to play against his old team. And
Mhm.
maybe he was convincing the coaching staff to put him in. Who knows?
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe.
No.
Exactly.
I want to
Um,
ask you guys this real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead,
though,
man.
And it just makes me so annoyed. But freaking Ray McLeod, do you really have to bring the ball out every single time?
I
He
thought
was
he did
looking
good
good though,
today.
dude. He
Because
was,
bro, every time
He
I
did a
see
lot
him
better
do that,
today,
I
though.
get
And his
so
ability-
scared that he's gonna fumble. And I'm
his
like, bro.
ability to make the first man miss though is fucking insane.
He's really quick. He's really quick, and he's excellent at making people miss. He's not the
I just-
fastest guy.
I
He's
just
just not a
don't
good
like that.
receiver.
I just don't like that he brings it out every single time.
Did you guys think that was PI when they threw that one pass to him? The people were because I know the DBs didn't turn around, but I'm not sure if the DB hit the
I mean,
ball.
I guess
I
it-
didn't get a good view of the play.
I guess it could have been, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The defender came in right as the ball was coming in, so it was a
Also-
good play. But
also-
he's got to go like
He has to
Matt,
go for that
Matt
ball.
said it. Matt said it on the red.
He
and
can,
gold.
man.
He
McLeod
caught
said,
it.
dude, McCaffrey
caught
fumbled it.
Yeah.
It's like a
He
perfect
caught
catch by McLeod.
So Matt said it best on the red and gold podcast that. Oh, now you guys made me lose my train of thought.
Oh, sorry, man.
We're talking
Oh,
about Ray Ray.
that Ray should have went up with his hands and caught it at the highest
Yeah.
point, and he tried to catch it with his chest, and
Yep.
that's that is when you try to do that, that's going to happen. Like if he goes and grabs it with his hands, maybe he catches it, but
Yeah.
it's still Jimmy's fault for being late on the throw. But you
Yeah,
you
could
got
have
to
hung
try
up
to
like
catch
a
it.
punt.
You got to go and grab it with your hands, not try to catch it with your.
I
Gotta
don't
be
know.
like
I
these
just
other
don't like
receivers.
that he returns it every time because I feel like sometimes he should
That's
just
what he
let
gets
the
paid to do,
ball
bro.
go.
That's what he gets
I,
paid to do.
A lot of the
don't have a
fans don't
problem
like McLeod. I'm okay with him though. I'm all right.
I don't
with
have a
him.
problem with it.
I
Hey.
don't hate McLeod. It's just I don't
He had
like
a
that
good
he
game,
takes it
so
every single time.
he gave us good field
Yeah.
position
He
many
just
times.
returns it.
He had a good game, I think. So
Yeah, and
Christian.
there was like what 2 times where Ray was almost broke some tackles and was gone.
Yeah, but that one time also we just ended up getting at the 10-yard line because he tried to do and like if he didn't return it, it could have been at the 25.
or down at the
It's hard to
one if
say.
he lets it go. So
Yeah, it's hard to say on that one. It is hard to say on that one. But I want to point out that Beto said that where is that? Burks played well today as well.
Yeah, Burks. Yeah, he wasn't too bad. I mean,
Mhm.
Oren Burks.
Beside that cup touchdown, yeah.
Yeah,
but that's
and
not
then
his fault. He shouldn't be covering one of the best receivers
yeah,
as a backup linebacker.
Yeah, but if
so
one guy's out, I mean,
so also too is Izzy brought it up too. Let's talk about Samuel Womack on that big play on special teams. I mean, I know we don't see him on defense a lot lately, but it
He's a
seems
good
like
player.
he's stepping up in special teams.
He's a
So
good player.
I mean that's also how you show the coaches like, maybe they should play him a little bit because
Yeah.
at least he's doing well on special teams even though he's not getting the opportunity to play at the nickel spot. So
Mhm.
yeah. So Izzy said we talked about this in the pregame, but she goes thoughts on the Jeff Wilson being listening to offers on being traded.
Well, he wasn't. I don't think he was forced. I thought they put him in at the right time, and he played really well. Wouldn't
Yeah.
say he was forced.
I didn't think they forced him though. I mean, he didn't. He was used sparingly, in my opinion.
I think they
You-
put
you
it
did-
put it out there to try to see if people might be interested, which I don't think anybody is. But they're trying to put it out there just in case.
Yeah,
They're not going to trade him if it's not the right thing either.
exactly.
I think
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good though. I mean, he's not like a great. Obviously, he's not that guy that's going to get the ball 20 times a game. We all know that.
Yeah.
He plays really nice in spurts though. I do like him in spurts. He looks a lot. He does look a bit faster this year than previous years.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he gets hurt, and the only reason why I ever do the trade is if we got some pretty damn good compensation for it. I think if we're only getting like a fourth rounder or fifth rounder, I wouldn't even bother, and mainly because I want to hold on to our running backs. You never know who's going to go down.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like, John Lynch isn't gonna trade him unless, anyways, he gets like a crazy, like gets blown away. But the one team I could see is maybe Miami because they've been kind of struggling to run the ball a little bit. Like beside Mostert, they don't really have none of those other guys that they do have been all that great. So I don't know. Maybe watch out for that.
I mean, Wilson Jr. He's like the yards that he put up. He's pretty much on pace for like a 1,000 yard season. Like he might, if they continue to give him the ball that much.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won't do it now because now we got Christian McCaffrey. But
Yeah.
he did put up some good yards. So he could have interest. But I don't know if we're going to get the compensation we want though.
Yeah.
Hey, so I know that with this win, and I know Seattle won, but don't we take first or Seahawks is still in first place on because they're 5-3.
I think we should, right? Because we're 3-0 in the division.
Well, we should be, but I think it's because Seattle
Seahawks have one. Seahawks is 5-3.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah. So, but we're going into the bye week now. And this is a great way to go into the bye week. What do you guys expect from this team coming out of the bye and for the rest of the season? Like, do you think now that this win is basically giving them momentum, right? You think this continues on after the bye week, and we have more players coming back from injury as well.
Yeah. Hey, the best thing about this game, other than the W, is that we didn't sustain any injuries. From
Yep.
what I understand, I
Yes.
heard Kyle say something about that.
Yep.
We had a couple of scares during the game, but we were okay in that regard. So finally, we can rest our team the proper way. Do get some guys come back. I'm looking forward to seeing Armstead come back because, even though some people aren't big fans of him, he does make a difference in the run game with the run defense. So, that'll be nice to see. And it does suck that we lost Mosley, but maybe Verrett can come back and help us out. Who knows?
Yeah, because he is activated from the pub list now, even though he didn't play today. I think
Yeah.
we'll see him against the Chargers. Media, what are your thoughts?
The thing about Armstead is like it's just tough because yeah, it's gonna be really good to have him because it's obviously been showing that we need him, but it's like that injury he has is so just brutal that I don't know like how much you can actually really play on it because it could be a season thing. It's probably just gonna be going on throughout the whole season.
Yeah,
But that's my only concern. But everyone else, it's good that from what I've been seeing on Twitter and stuff, like it's sounding like there's good news on Elijah Mitchell, Aziz Al-Shair. So Niners are definitely going to be getting some guys back after the bye week. So that should be really, really good. And then this team just, like I want to see after the bye week, just have this team be consistent because like it's not a knock on the team, but we haven't, had a like string of games where we're just dominating our opponents, and so that's something I gotta see after the bye week. But
Yeah.
health that's good that they're getting healthier.
yeah, I agree. Christian, your thoughts?
I mean, I'm. This is the right way to go into the bye week. So we're coming. Hopefully getting everybody back, getting healthy, getting all the right guys. We can come out, on fire. Um, out of the bye week, beat the Chargers. We have a pretty winnable schedule right off the bat. We got the Chargers, the Saints, and the Cardinals. I know the Cardinals give us fucking problems because Kyler Murray, but fucking Modern Warfare just come out, so we should be fine. Did you guys see? Did you guys see this? Dude, that shit
Yep.
Patrick Peterson said was fucking funny.
What's so funny? What
Funny.
happened?
So Patrick Peterson, they asked him about his like playing video games dance when he intercepted Kyler Murray, and he's like, "Well," they're like, "What game are you playing?" He's like, "Well, I think Call of Duty. I'm not a huge gamer, but I heard it just came out."
That's pretty funny.
I love all the different.
Ugh.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break and show our ad real quick to my bookie, and we'll hand it over to Zach real quick.
All right, take it away, Zach.
All right, here we go.
What's going on, guys? Zach here from 49ers Hive, and I just wanted to take a second to thank today's sponsor, my bookie. You know football, and you pick winners every single weekend, so why not get paid for them at my bookie? You could bet single game spreads, money lines, or parlay multiple together to increase your payouts. The feeling on Sunday when a 3, 4, 5, 6 game parlay hits is unmatched. There are low contest entry fees and over $500,000 to be won. So make it so you don't have to be a pro gambler to have some fun. Getting started is super simple. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag and use our promo code HIVE, as in 49ers Hive, on your first deposit to secure a double deposit bonus. You deposit $50, they'll match you $50. You deposit $100, they'll match you $100, all the way up to $1,000. Take advantage of our double deposit bonus. It's right here on the screen. mybookie.ag, promo code HIVE, as in 49ers Hive. Take advantage now, guys, and make this your winning season exclusively at MyBookie.
All right, thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Zach. Why does Zach sound like he's from New York in that video? I don't know.
I don't know.
My hat just exploded off my head, and all of a sudden I had this uncontrollable hair.
When the fuck did Sideshow Bob get here?
Sideshow Bob. All right, guys. So my next question for you is: who stood out to you the most on defense and on offense besides Christian McCaffrey?
God damn it.
Go ahead, Christian. Go first.
Ayuk looked
I already
great,
got
man.
my answer.
It's like he's open all the time, but I swear he fucking looks so good with the ball in his hands when he's making guys miss and getting extra yards. He looked great. Great catch for the touchdown. He did really, really good. And then defense. Let's see, who would I say for defense? Well, I'm just gonna go. I don't know. It's hard to pick. I don't know. I guess Warner. Warner really took that game over in the second half, so I'd have to go with Warner. Nobody big time stood out for me on defense, so I'd have to go with Warner.
All right. Media, go ahead.
Okay, on defense, I'm gonna go Fred Warner. Offense, besides CMC, give me Ross Dwelly.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's Izzy's favorite player right there.
Oh, is it? Okay. He should have had a touchdown, but the ball could have got there a little sooner.
Yep. All right, Bashar, go ahead.
Well, so you're saying that the guy, my favorite player in today's game, that other than McCaffrey, you're saying?
Yeah. Who stood out to you the most?
Who stood out the most? I mean, Christian said it earlier. It was Ayuk. I mean, finally, we came up with a way to run a big touchdown for him. You know, we were super creative with it. I mean, here comes McCaffrey, who I've never seen throw the ball before, and shit freaking throws a 40-yard TD to Ayuk. And Ayuk deserved it because, I mean, each time Ayuk had the ball, too, it wasn't like he was just catching the ball and to get tackled. You know, he'd make the extra effort to, make people miss and get the extra yards. And similar to what we see from Debo, just a little bit different running style, obviously. So great to see Ayuk finally get a big touchdown. That was nice. And he seems to be getting a little bit more involved week after week, which is nice. And obviously Debo wasn't here, so we needed him to step up. Hufanga's Hufanga. I was listening on the radio broadcast. I think some people were saying he was a little out of place from time to time. But I was kind of smelling there were certain times in certain plays where I was like, oh, man, please. Like he was really close to making a big interception or something. And he does have the instinctual thing about him. And, we're going to see some bigger plays from him later in the season. So, yeah, I definitely liked what I saw from Hufanga in general, though.
Okay. I'm going to go with Ayuk on offense. I think he played a really great game today, especially with Debo out. And we kind of said that he was going to get more touches today too with Debo out. So we saw that today. And then on defense, I'm going to say Fred Warner. The guy showed out and came to play, man. Especially that one play where he stuffed the running back. I thought that was beautiful. So those are my takes. We will be going live still next week, even though it's a bye week, and just talk a little bit more, on what we expect out of the bye week and everything like that. We're gonna be ending here soon. Any last thoughts from anybody?
I thought the running defense was actually pretty outstanding for the most part, despite not having Kidlaw and Armstead. And then the one thing is, on the butterfingers of Tyler Higbee, I was kind of confused on what was that defensive, formation, because if Higbee didn't drop that, he might have had a touchdown.
Yeah, and really quick, Melissa was saying this. She said Ambry Thomas and Mike McGlinchey need to be benched immediately. I didn't notice Ambry Thomas in his game. Was he in the game? But McGlinchey,
Yeah, he was.
He was when Mooney Ward went out for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, with McGlinchey, it's just
good.
I've had it up to here with the guy. I used to defend him from time to time because with McGlinchey, I used to see amazing run blocking, and I don't see the amazing run blocking anymore. So and with his pass blocking before, he would be kind of solid, and then he would mess up, in certain crucial plays. But sometimes when we were already up by how many points, it didn't really matter anyways. But now you see, McGlinchey doing that turnstile stuff a lot more consistently now. And now I'm at the point where, like, please, let's move on from him after the season and get a real right tackle. Let's do it.
Yeah, I agree moving on from him, but to be fair, like he hasn't been bad he hasn't been great at times, but most of the season Jimmy's had time to throw the ball.
For the most part,
and the sacks, a lot of sacks are on Jimmy, so it's hard to say that our offensive line hasn't been good because they have. I mean, sometimes they're better run blocking than other times, but most of the time, like today, there was times where I'm just like the run blocking wasn't that good, and then every now and then there was a big hole. I would have liked to run the ball more consistently than we did, instead of only ever get here and there getting just big gashes because we weren't like consistently running and getting chunk plays. But
was TDP activated? Because I'd just like to see a more consistent.
He must have been because he wasn't on the
that,
inactive.
Yeah, he was.
He probably was on special teams, I bet.
Yeah.
I just want to see a little bit more consistency. Just, somebody who can get us 3.5 yards from time to time on a consistent basis, because you're right. It's usually just big gashes with our running game, nothing else.
Yep.
Yeah.
The dream.
And I do have to say is Beto mentioned this in the chat. Freaking Christian McCaffrey has a better arm than Jimmy Garoppolo.
The sports bar that I went to for the Niner Empire in Sacramento and 49ers Sacramento faithfuls, a couple people were saying that when that touchdown was thrown.
Yeah,
that's funny.
For real.
That's pretty funny.
They practiced this week too.
Yeah.
That's what Brandon Ayuk said in the press. One of the press conferences.
The dude's barely been with our team, and he just looks fucking amazing. I mean,
he's just damn good.
Yeah. Media, go ahead. Whatever you sent me, dude, play it. You share your screen.
Alrighty, let me do that.
Because I'm on my phone, I can't do it.
Yeah, Melissa, I don't know what's up with Ambry Thomas. I had faith in the guy, but he had a terrible training camp, and I don't know what happened to him. Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty, here we go. Little hype speech from Kyle Shanahan.
Hey guys, listen up, man. Hey guys, we all know how awesome that was, but I really mean I can't tell you how proud of you guys I am. And all we talked about was team and how we needed a team win. And I can't think of one thing in that game where one side of the ball or one person stood out above the rest. All I can think about is everybody right there. Run game, pass game, offense, defense, special teams. I appreciate everyone in here.
Hey, man. Hey, we answered the challenge at half, man. I told y'all a full 60 minutes, and we did that, bro. I love the hell out of every single person in here. Now let's go on a roll. Let's take care of each other. Let's go, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Oh,
feel it. All right, guys. Dude, I
fucking Jonah Hill is a Niners fan.
Bashar, dude, I can't with you.
I'm celebrating, man. I'm celebrating. I'm having fun.
He's the only one that actually dressed up for Halloween.
Well, I would have had my mask, but I'm at work right now. But
and you're getting paid at this? Look at you.
Yeah, I'm getting paid to watch people drive and shit and be on my podcast. But real quick, guys.
How do I sign up?
We're gonna end it here. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in. If you guys haven't yet already, please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet. We are still trying to get to 500 subscribers on the Forever Faithful podcast page. So please hit that like and subscribe. People on Bashar's page, Deon's page, and Media's page, go ahead and go over to our channel as well and hit that like subscribe button. Like I said, we're trying to get to 500 followers, and we'll do a giveaway. Our next show during the bye week, I'm thinking about either doing a crossover show with Zach and Matt, or maybe a call-in show. I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep everybody posted on Twitter. And then also to Media and Bashar, thanks for joining us tonight and enjoying this victory today. It's been 2 weeks since we've had a win, so it feels nice. But any last words from you guys at all?
Thanks for having me on as always.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been fun.
There.
Hold on. Are you handing out any milk duds tomorrow, bro?
Oh fuck.
To all your classmates.
Oh, also to everybody in the chat. And
Sorry, it's
everybody-
Halloween tomorrow. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, and everybody's chat. Have a
The
Happy
worst
Halloween.
holiday, but okay.
It's a fucking awesome holiday, dude.
have a
I'm
happy
handing out
Halloween
candy
and
I'm
stay
ha-
safe.
I'm handing out candy and scaring the shit out of little kids, dude. It's fucking gonna be great.
This guy. All right,
Happy Halloween.
all right, faithful. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Until next time.
Don't
Go
let the
Niners.
Jimmy Garoppolo haters bite you.